Hey guys, what is up? Shin0555 back with yet another how to draw. As you can tell from the title, today's video is going to be on how to draw Silver the Hedgehog. I already pre-drew it right there, so I actually did that just like 5 minutes ago, so it should all be fresh in my head. Yeah, if you need another reference pick, I actually used Sonic Universe, the issue 41, the Secret Freedom Fighters. So you could kind of see the similarities between the two. Yeah. Oh, and this video was requested by 2 people, which their names are coming up right about now, so in the annotations. So thank you for your requests, and let's get started. Okay, so again, Silver is very much like a Sonic type character. So when you draw his head, you're gonna want, I just want to make sure I do this in a way where the hand doesn't get cut off. So I'm gonna start about here and draw, again, very similar to Sonic, so you'll draw the C like that, and then you'll just go up like that, and then just curve it down. So you can kind of see Sonic's eye right there, or Silver's eye in that case, but we're drawing in the same way we would draw Sonic, or at least start out the same way we would draw Sonic. And then this one doesn't go up as high as this one, so you want to curve this one down a little bit earlier, kind of like that. Okay, and now we could draw his muzzle, which someone pointed out one video, because I couldn't remember what like the mouth part was called of like a hedgehog or an animal like this. So somewhere in the comments it was a muzzle, and I remember it for this video, so see how everything works out. And again, very similar to Sonic, that's why I'm not explaining it so much, so if you saw like if I had to draw Sonic or Shadow, you'll know what to do here. They're all the same steps. So I don't feel like, I need to explain this all over again. And then, again, you'll draw the nose, which is just kind of like a curved line like that. You just kind of round it down with another kind of curved line in the middle. You could actually shade that in. Like that. We'll draw his eyes now, which are just ovals. Just one oval like this, and then you can do like a little half circle in there with another little tiny oval in the middle like that. Shade that in, that'll be the pupil. And now this eye, again, you'll start the oval, but you won't do the top of it. So again, little half circle, and then just a little pupil right there. Just like that. Very simple. We could draw his mouth. I made him frowning, mainly because I'm not that big of a Silver fan. So he's probably angry. If you saw the picture before, he's pointing, so he's probably accusing Sonic of being the Iblis Trigger again. Which he's not. Okay, now we just do that one feature of Silver that's really unique to him, which is that giant quills on his forehead, or as I believe Ego Raptor said it, his high five head. So basically to draw it, it's actually very simple. What you do is you just kind of follow this line you made for the eye, and you just kind of go off like this, and then you curve it up. Just like that, so he kind of looks like he has freaky eyebrows. And then when you go out far enough, you can kind of curve it back in like this. Again, these are really big, so this one's going to kind of get cut off a little bit on top. Just kind of make like little spikes and then come down. And the ones on the right always overlap the ones on the left, or at least in this picture they do. So every time you draw one, like you'll be coming down like this, And then this spike will actually overlap that one. And then when I get to the fourth spike over here, I kind of go into the fifth spike kind of early, just to make sure I get it to fit in the picture the way I want it. And then like that. So yeah. So basically really all you do is you just kind of follow the line you made for the eye and then just go straight into the spikes. That's probably the trickiest part about drawing silver. If I do say so myself. Alright, now we'll draw his ears, which actually are just kind of like behind here, so you just draw a little kind of triangle shape like this. But don't make it really pointy on top, kind of round the edge. And then for here, it's very simple. You just draw a line going down like this. And then draw a line right here going down. Don't actually start at the end of this, just kind of go before it a little bit. The same kind of goes for here. You make a little triangle shape. And then just kind of go down. Make this line the longer line. And then just kind of make a line going straight across like that. Don't worry that it overlaps this spike over here, because it's kind of supposed to look like that. Okay, and silver actually has like darkened eyelids, or whatever these are, over here. So what you could do is just keep going over them like this, until it gets a lot darker. You can tell by comparing this side to this side. Then basically what you do is you can just keep going over it until it gets a little darker each time. So it's just... You don't want to make it too much, but just enough so you can kind of tell that they're darkened. Like that, that's good. Okay, now this part's a little tricky, so just kind of stay with me on this. Silver only has 2 back spikes, so what I like to do is go off about here and just kind of make the spike this shape. And they actually are very, very long. So actually silver kind of looks like a girl. He just looks like he has long hair. Just kind of go like that. And then this side goes like this. And again, don't worry if you kind of don't position them right when you actually make the full-on body picture, because you can always change them later. That's why we're doing this in pencil first and not pen. So yeah, I kind of like doing his spikes like that. Just first, you'll see why when we start doing the body. We'll probably have to switch them around a little bit, but I just like getting his spikes out there right away. Alright, now we can do the hand, which I kind of start about over here, like kind of in this area, and I just draw a big oval like this, because this part might get a little tricky. Draw kind of like a big curved line, and then I just go straight across. I might get a little cut off here. Like this, with a straight line, kind of. When you get out far enough, you could actually kind of just curve it down like this. This is actually going to be his hand, if you were wondering. And then just kind of curve it in, just like that. That's actually his index finger. Now we're actually going to draw his thumb, which I start about here. And again, this could be a little difficult because I'm kind of eyeballing it right now. I'm just... No. So you might have to erase a little bit and then just draw stuff over again. So yeah, I just draw a shape kind of like this and then just curve this line in. It's hard to explain. It's just kind of like a wavy line. Almost. And now for this, I start drawing the rest of his fingers. So what I do is just draw kind of like a almost like an ovalish type shape. And then when I get over here, I just draw another line like this. And it's just like a little, kind of like a semicircle in here. That kind of shows off the finger. And then for these, you could just kind of do nubs a little bit. Again, this might be a little difficult, mainly because I'm kind of eyeballing it off the picture I used. See, like the thumb's a little bit too big. So I'm going to just shrink that down a little bit. Like that. And again, I'm drawing with one hand, so I really can't erase all that well. So yeah, that might take a little bit of messing around to get this hand. It's actually kind of complicated just because I kind of eyeballed it, so there's no really set way to draw it. So, yeah. Okay, now after you kind of get the hand done, well actually before you finish, you could actually kind of put a line here, just to kind of show the finger a little bit better. Now for this part, you will want to just draw kind of like a straight line from the edge of the hand. When you get down far enough, kind of just draw an oval, and then just kind of connect the hand again, like that. So you should get a shape looking like this. And then I just draw his, he's kind of like a glowy part on his glove, which you just draw a straight line kind of going across, and then you go down, and go across, then you go up, and you go across. And then just draw another line kind of following the line you made. Because this part would be like glowing green in here. So now that that's done, I kind of just draw his arm pointing to his hand. His hand's actually a little close, so it might look a little weird. Again, forgive me, I'm drawing with one hand, so. And from here, I just kind of draw like a curve and connect it to that, and then start here. And this is actually where I go into his body, because from here, I actually go down like this. And then I just kind of draw another line for his leg. Go across. And then I just kind of go into his body right here. Like that. He actually draws his tail. I'm going to just curve it off a little bit. He actually draws his tail right here. Just like that. So I kind of go into the body right after I make the hand, so. Alright, now I will draw his boots, which his boots are actually kind of simple. If you watch my How to Draw Amy, you probably know how to draw them very well. Which, you just kind of draw a circle like this, or like a line, a curved line connecting the two legs. And then you just draw kind of like a circle that follows it, like that. And you just go off the edge of the circles and kind of make the shape that you made with the glove. And then you just kind of go down a little bit, like this. And when you get near the floor, I just do this big, almost like U shape, and then just connect it on the bottom like this. And then what I do is just do another shape that kind of follows the bottom. You could have kind of rounded off just to make it look a little bit nicer. Because this is actually like his shoe that's pointed at you. And he has a stripe going down. So you just draw two lines. And you could also draw kind of like bends in the boot, like wrinkles. You just go up, curve a line in, start somewhere inside the line, and just curve it up again. You could do the same thing going in the opposite direction. Just like that. Looks very nice. And now for his boot thing over here, what you do is you just draw a line going like across, very similar to the glove, so across, down, across, up, and then like that. And you draw the same thing, just like that. Okay, now we'll do his other boot, which again, follow the same thing that you did with the other one. So, a curved line, then a circle around the curved line, then kind of the glove shape that we did. But his foot is actually going to be pointed this way, so what you do is just draw a line going down like this. When you get near the bottom, you just kind of curve it this way. Oh, kind of make like an L shape. And then just go up. You make it obnoxiously big because Sonic characters actually have really big feet. Just like that. And now we'll draw his heel in, which you start about here. Draw a little U shape, upside down U. And then what you can do is draw a line from the edges like this. And then just connect them. And then when you get to this corner, just kind of draw this line going in like that. And then here, you could just draw a line that just connects the two edges over here. So you kind of give them like a heel almost. And now Silver's shoes are actually very simple to draw. There's not a lot of complicated shapes on there. You just draw a curved line like this, and then just the stripe going up. Just like that. Very simple, actually. And I make this line a little bit darker. And again, you'll draw the kind of glowy stuff he has on his boots, which this part is actually facing here now because his shoe's facing this way. So you just go from the bottom up and then across again. And you do the same thing, bottom, up, across. So it looks like that. Alright guys, I'm actually going to cut the video here. There's still a little bit we have to draw left, but I don't want to make the video over 20 minutes because it takes forever to upload on my computer. So I am going to cut the video here. In part 2, we will finish drawing Silver's hand and Silver's fur that he has on his chest. And that's about it. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in part 2. Alright guys, see you soon.